All right, so I'm sad to say that it looks like I have to change my plans. I was planning on heading to Colombia for about 90 days to paraglide and get to know about Colombia and get my Spanish down and to really just dial in another country. It's hard to get in and out of Colombia right now for me with all the things that are happening in the world. It's just there's a lot of things that you have to do, boxes you have to check. Costa Rica, however, is much cheaper. I needed to be back here in Florida for a wedding in a month. And I wasn't planning on living here. So I don't have a lease. I don't have any of that stuff now. I was planning on leaving. So I'm like, oh man, well, what am I going to do? Right? Like you gotta maneuver if this kind of thing is happening as, as part of, being able to roll with the punches is what do you do next? So I say to myself, what can I do next for the next 30 days? In between the time that I'm here, I can go and I can work remote. I can do my coaching. I can work on some traveling and I can do what I'm doing. Where can I go? So I just looked up flights. And I know a lot of people hate on Spirit, but whatever. The Spirit flight from Fort Lauderdale to San Jose, Costa Rica is a great flight if it happens. But it leaves at 11 a.m., which is easy to get to. It lands at 1 p.m. It's nonstop. It's $62. The return flight, noon, which is nice because you get time to get to the airport and set all that stuff up. It lands at 5 o'clock. It's $94. Literally, you can go spend a month in Costa Rica for $157. All you need is a passport and your first couple nights of stay. And a lot of times what I would recommend is you land on this flight. It's really easy. You take the 3 o'clock shuttle or you catch you get a private shuttle and you go over to like Jaco, which is 2 hours west. You're there for the evening. You can surf at night. Now, Costa Rica gets dark at 6 o'clock at night. So don't think that you're going to get till 9 o'clock to do stuff. It's dark. It's pitch black. Like the vibe changes at night. You just, you do nighttime stuff at nighttime. So you go to Jaco. From there, you can stay a couple nights. You can book a hotel. There's Los Sueños. There's hostels. There's every range from probably $10 for a bed up to thousands of dollars to stay in some of these nicer resorts. Los Sueños is beautiful. From there, you have all the adventures that you want, or you can take like either a shuttle bus up to the ferry and over to Montezuma and the Nicoya Peninsula, which has Santa Teresa and is phenomenal if you're looking for a little more beachy, endless summer vibe. Or you can take a jet boat, and you take a jet boat and then you take a car, and that's about 4 hours. But it's nice to break it up. It's a long day of traveling. So to go right from the airport all the way out to Santa Teresa or even over to Nosara can be a long travel. But if you're doing this economically, you kind of just travel is just part of it. It's a beautiful country. You chill. You kind of just enjoy it. A lot of times you don't rent a car. I don't rent a car when I travel in these other countries. It's just easier to navigate. A lot of them you can take the Uber. And then when you get there, you have the options that the locals use and you go from there. But I'm just showing you that for $200, you can't even, I don't even think I was flying to New York last year for under $200. By the time it's all said and done, you can go to Costa Rica for a month, and depending on your adventure level, there's hostels for $10 a night up to $60 in a hostel, and then you can rent rooms for $150, $300 plus, depending on how many people you have. And then there's also group packages where you fly in with 12 people and you have the most epic time of your life. All of those are possibilities, but for the most part, like, there's no reason not to come jump on a plane, drop in to Costa Rica for a reasonable price. I think that you should be able to easily fund a Costa Rica trip as a remote worker for a reasonable price. So I'm going to go do it. If you're around and you want to pop in, let me know. Ciao.